Welcome to the Rural Dispatch, the podcast delivering stories from rural America. I'm your host, Allie Behrens. Headquartered in rural Iowa, I help run a nationwide livestock transportation company, and I'm here to bring you stories from the people who help shape this industry and our rural communities. Whether you're a trucker, livestock producer, or rural entrepreneur, this show is for you. Each week, we explore the realities of rural business life, from the highways to the fields and everything in between. So buckle up and let's dive into today's episode. It's slow trucking season. I think the only other trucker we've had on here is Marty. And that was when he broke his ankle.
So he had time. Otherwise, they don't come around much. I think they're scared of you. I think
it's more smoke.
I seen how you
would be more.
I don't know. I see how you treated them at lunch.
Listen to what happened today. Smoke said, Allie, I think we should go for lunch today. I said, okay, I'm game for that. It's a Wednesday. We don't have anything going on. Besides, I have plenty to do in the office, but apparently Smoke didn't. And we're on our way to town. He said, actually.
Oh, do you? Are you always actually busy?
Yes.
Really? Huh.
What do you think I do all day?
I was wondering.
It took me a solid 5 minutes to sign the boys up for T-ball this morning. That really ate into my day.
Signed up for conferences.
Listen, being a mom is part of my job.
I know. I get it.
Anyways, we're on our way to town, and Smoke says, hey, actually, Cauy and Rob are going to meet us, and I told them to pick up Magner on their way. I said, oh no, what's going on?
And I go, nothing. Literally, that's the problem. There's nothing going on, so we might as well all fucking go out for lunch. There's literally no trucking to do, so we might as well eat lunch and drink beers.
And have a podcast.
And then
record a podcast.
So that's what we did.
So here we are. All right, who thought they were getting fired today?
Oh, for sure. I thought we were all done.
Pretty much.
I thought it was a 3-for-1.
I thought it was going to be an intervention.
I knew he wasn't going to fire all three.
For somebody.
Do you have a problem? Do we need to talk about it?
Everybody's got a problem, right? I don't know. We can go in order, I guess. I don't know if we're going to start with me, but somebody's got to go first.
Okay, well, actually.
Uh-oh. Here's the intervention.
I knew it. Well, no, let's start with you. Rob's originally from Poland, right?
So the joke I make with my friends is made in Poland and born here.
Okay.
So I was technically my mom was pregnant on the plane over here, so I was made in Poland.
Where'd your parents come from in?
Warsaw, Poland, both of them.
Okay, what did they do over there?
I don't know really what my mom did. My dad was a public transportation. So my dad actually won the green card lottery or whatever. It's very hard to kind of get to the States over here. So he won the lottery, and then I guess, he just got lucky and got the lotto. And
then what? Is it like the fucking Titanic? They just stick you on a ship and send you over?
Yeah.
Wasn't quite Titanic. He made it.
Well,
fuck, I wish I was grown enough to ask him or whatever. I don't know. My parents passed away super early, so I didn't really get to have this kind of intimate conversations with him. But from my knowledge, they kind of basically, my grandmother was over here before my mother. And that's kind of how they decided that they kind of even want to come over here.
Okay, so when they got here, where'd they go? Where'd they live? Where'd they move to?
Chicago.
They went straight to Chicago?
Immediately to Chicago, yep.
Let's go to the most gangster fucking city in the United States.
It didn't used to be, right?
In the Midwest, okay, not
right.
the whole U.S.
Yeah. So they call Chicago, that's the second largest population of Polish people, than Poland. Is Chicago. Yeah. So where I grew up was Six Corners, Cicero and 94, Irving Park, Cicero, Six Corners. I don't know if you guys are familiar or not.
Block.
No.
Right.
But so that's where I grew up, was kind of around that intersection. But just towards Chicago, a few exits up. On Belmont, so Belmont Street in Chicago is known kind of for we used to run that whole block. Everything was Polish. There's Polish flags everywhere, Polish UPS. Just everything. So all the Polish immigrants would kind of show up to Poland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they speak?
No. Nothing. Nope. They just kind of learned how they
didn't speak any English.
I mean, they did eventually, yeah, after they lived here for a while. But they, came here, just no English, nothing. Like most immigrants. Well, these days it's a little bit different, right? Because like the American language is kind of like anywhere you go. Like, so recently I was in Europe and I was traveling or whatever. And it was kind of cool. It was scary. I drove across Europe from London to Poland, just decided to do some weird spontaneous thing as I always do. But what was like super interesting about that is like that it doesn't need to be very scary because like the American language is just, I mean, it's like the main language of the world. And so like if you're traveling down an interstate, you stop at a gas station, whatever, whether you're in France or wherever you are, yeah, everybody speaks English no matter what. So everywhere you go. So
Okay, is English your first language?
no, it is not.
Okay.
I learned Polish before I learned English. Yeah.
So you're born and raised in Chicago, yet you grew up speaking Polak?
Polish, yeah. And then my dad really, honestly, like never really, he knew enough to like truck, like, yeah, bill of lading. Thank you. Fucking load
like
the wagon type shit. But like, my mom spoke like perfect. She ran like businesses. She had like cleaning services and then she started trucking. I mean, she was like
more exposed to people than your dad probably.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was like, yeah, at the household, like, yeah, we just spoke Polish. And then later on, when my mom knew English, we spoke a little bit of English, but like we'd get yelled at because like they wanted to like maintain the tradition or whatever, which is awesome. So
have you always trucked? Is that what you
yeah, so like both my parents trucked. My dad started in like 90, so I was born in 94. I'm 31 now, almost 4 days going to be 32.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. So
you look 50.
Yeah, I know, dude. Welcome to working for Smoke, dude. It's my third year, dude. I've aged 15 years, dude. 100%. I'm just kidding. He didn't hear that.
Well,
welcome back.
in here.
I heard my name.
Rob's
nothing but good things, man.
I've aged him.
I wouldn't say so.
How'd you end up here?
How'd I end up here? Oh, God. It's a whole thing.
I don't even I feel like you've been here longer than it feels like.
We were just going through the math last night. Everybody whipped out their calculators.
The way you said it, I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, but we established, so like a week ago or two was like 3 years past that I've been here. I've always trucked. I've always been obsessed with trucks. Both my parents trucked for 20 plus years.
I mean, you started trucking with an old like T600, or what was your first truck?
My first truck was actually, so it was a crazy story. So
like, did you ever drive for somebody, or did you
I did, yeah. Oh, yeah. So when I was 18 or 19 years old, I got married. So
what?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the good stuff.
First step to divorce is always marriage, ain't it?
So I got married. We were just crazy young kids in love, whatever. I had a dream, big dream.
So you're not a virgin.
Fuck. Nope.
I bet they waited till marriage.
Yeah, that's why we got married. No, so it was like she actually had the same birthday as me, which was wild. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but don't marry that person. Sorry if you hear this, Katie. I love you. No, I'm just kidding. I got married at like 19. Yeah, it was due to like I wanted to go to the Marine Corps. She wanted to go to the Army, and she ended up going. I didn't because my mom got leukemia, and I kind of backed out of the whole contract deal or whatever. So I didn't go. I got kicked out of 3 or 4 high schools. I was just a bad kid always. I just always caused trouble. So I got a DUI when I was like 19 years old. So the day that I got a DUI and out of jail in Baraboo, Wisconsin, I got a call from my mother, or actually I called her. That was like the first call I made. I called her. I was like, hey, I'm stuck in Baraboo or whatever. I got into it with Katie or whatever. And then I got informed from my mother, which was super pissed at me. She was not having it. She's like, oh, well, your dad's dead. So I was like, oh, okay, well, there's that.
So he passed away.
So, yeah, okay, yep. Well, let out of jail, like literally standing in front, like stuck in the middle of Baraboo, Wisconsin at 19 with no money, no nothing, heart totaled and shit like that. And then anyhow, I was always all like a fuck up. And I don't know, I guess like after that, I
think we've already gathered that.
Yeah, 100%. After that, I don't know, something changed in me. I woke up one morning and I was just completely different. I have no idea. I've always questioned and asked like friends who are religious, who aren't religious, kind of like what it was, where it came from. I have no idea. But I woke up. I used to be like a liar, a thief, just a bad person in general. I woke up one day and I was completely different and changed. And then that kind of built a whole relationship with my mother, and she gained trust with me and whatnot. And then I was always like obsessed with trucks. So like I was on truck paper and
because your parents both
trucked. Yeah.
Okay.
I went on truck paper and I found 2 Volvos in Spokane, Washington that were $16,000 a piece because my parents got divorced. Should probably mention that. Like she ended up keeping the truck after the divorce, and then like the truck was shit. And then she ended up being a driver. And then I was like talking her into, I was finally of age to, drive a truck. And I found these 2 $16,000 a piece Volvos in Spokane, Washington. And I was like, hey, Mom, let's go buy these. And my mom was kind of crazy like me. She's like, okay, let's go do this. So we booked a flight to freaking Spokane, Washington, flew over there. These are at a Peterbilt dealer. And we go check them out. They're complete fucking pieces of shit. I don't know if we would have paid $5,000 for them things. We're like, okay, well, I mean, it is what it is. We got to know the salesman really well, and he was like a really cool guy. We kind of got like to become friends with him and whatnot. And as we were ready to kind of fly back home, I was walking past this Freightliner, and I noticed like the tires on it. It had like Bridgestone M770s. Like these things were fucking rigid, fucking bulky, fucking off-road, fucking badass tires, And I look at that thing and I'm like, what the hell is this thing? So I walk up to this thing. I look at it inside, everything. I mean, it's old Gordon transportation truck. If you know what I'm talking about. Yep.
Was it blue?
Yep.
Okay.
Baby blue. Yep. Now we're cooking, dude. So I look at this thing, I'm like, shit, man, like this thing is freaking clean, dude. I mean, outside, inside, I mean, everything's polished. The floor, it had like a rubber floor. Everything was polished. I mean, just taken care of. I popped the hood open. I looked at everything. I was like, man, this is nice. I started talking to the salesman. It's going for like, I ended up buying it for $25,000. I'm driving the thing home. Now, to circle back to the reason why I told you about the DUI. So I'm driving this thing with my permit. I had a CDL permit at the time. I didn't even have a driver's license yet, but I bought a truck. So like after my dad just passed away previously, and I got like $20,000 or whatever from his death. Okay. So that's how I bought that truck. Okay. Yep. I'm driving this thing back home because my mom didn't give a shit. She just let me drive, go into scale. She's like, well, it's your truck. Go inside the scale house. Just tell them, we pull into Post Falls, Idaho scale or whatever, give them my paperwork, dude. And so in Illinois, the driver's license is, if you're under 18, it's like vertical, right? Yeah. So like with yellow letters highlighted, it says under 21, which obviously means you can't leave the state. Nobody along the way cared at any of the scales or whatever. Anyways, I finally get back to the house with the truck, and what's in the mail? Well, what's in the mail is the letter from the Secretary of State of Illinois that ticket for drinking and driving in Wisconsin transferred to Illinois. So now I'm suspended for a year with no license. Now I just bought a truck. Well, my mom was kind of a gangster. So my mom was a CDL instructor for like 8 years. She like taught people how to drive trucks and stuff. Long story short, I hired a driver with a CDL that didn't know how to drive that I would train. And this guy I hired, he worked with me 8 months, paid him 25 cents a mile back in this day to train him, and he drove team with me. He didn't know that I didn't have a driver's license. And we ran the logbook on his name because I was teaching him how to do the logbook. And so there was that. That's how I started my trucking career.
Did you guys start pulling dry van or reefer or what?
I'll do an LTL freight out of Chicago, running California and Texas, a lot of Texas.
I wasn't team driving for 8 months. Did you like that? I mean, did you guys get along? Or
he was an older dude. He was actually like, so here's the thing. I took him for a test drive. We went up to Wisconsin to load a load. He was a smoker. He smoked these Cheyenne cigarettes. All right. We went up to Wisconsin. Like we got to like Madison. He let this motherfucker in the truck. And I was like, dude. I was like, I like the guy. He's older. I like older people that are smart. They could tell me, teach me things and whatever. Like we got along. He's like, I'm like, dude, everything's fine. Like this will work. But them fucking Cheyenne cigarettes, bro, they got to go. You got to fucking start smoking something else, dude. I don't give a fuck what it is, but you're not smoking them fucking Cheyennes in my truck, dude. Dude, I swear to God, them fucking things stunk so fucking bad, dude. And he did. He ended up buying his own fucking little roller machine and he started rolling his own motherfucking cigarette. Swear to God.
This old guy was just rolling.
Swear to
his
God.
cigarettes
Dude.
going
I'd be
down the
teaching him to drive, and when he was driving, I'd be rolling his cigarettes.
Okay, side note. Do you all smoke? Does everybody in this room smoke?
Yeah, I think so. I think we all have at one point.
Do you smoke in your trucks?
100%.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah, 100%.
Not when I'm parked, though.
Okay. We can't wear shoes in Magner's truck, but we can smoke.
If you're a pet owner who wants real talk on training, behavior, and everyday life with animals, check out the Fresh Patch Podcast. Hosted by Drew and Gabe, we cover the wins, the challenges, and everything in between. So wherever you listen, search the Fresh Patch Podcast, where good pets get it.
Well, wearing the shoes would be like wearing shoes in your house. You probably wouldn't allow that, would you?
Do you guys wear shoes in your truck?
I think
I
that
don't.
you changed the top.
You don't?
He actually taught me that.
Really?
When I was like, back before I was trucking, I'd
Well,
ride with him to Skyler,
Uh-huh.
the old 75,
Yeah,
the old
take
Freightliner.
shoes off.
That's
And
when I
he's like,
first
kick,
started.
first time, he's like, kick them fucking shoes off. I'm like, what, dude? It's like 5 degrees. I was like, kick your fucking shoes off. I'm like, all right, dude.
Okay, wait. Do you wear shoes in your house?
I mean, I'm more willing to wear shoes in my house over the semi.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. All right.
Cauy's wearing shoes in his truck. I'd be scared
No,
to take.
he's not.
I don't.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't. I saw him. I peeked through
I
his
kick him
window
out.
yesterday.
I put him in the middle.
I was being a
right,
weirdo.
right by the shifter.
No, you didn't. You had him on your towel on your floor.
Yeah,
That's
in the middle.
Casey's. Yep.
Wait.
No, it was.
I just seen the inside of your truck.
He must.
Yeah, it's kind of dirty now. I got to take a Magnum up there.
Wait, is that what the towel's for? To protect your feet from the dirt?
No, I've always put the towels down, but
Okay. Anyway, where were we?
Old guy
and then the Cheyenne
his
cigarettes.
rolling,
Yeah.
Yep.
rolling cigs.
Yeah, so that's how I was always obsessed with trucking. You asked like how I started. I grew up trucking with my parents. Yeah, always played with trucks. Got older, played computer games. Always trucks. Trucks.
Okay, so
yeah.
how'd you get into hauling livestock?
How'd I get in all the livestock? You guys were always my heroes. The coolest shit my dad had was a Freightliner Century class. I mean, the thing was decked out. Had a 3406E cat in it, 550, 13 speed. Blew that fucker up at
What does that have
500,000.
anything to do with hauling livestock?
Nothing. But the fact that like that was the coolest thing my dad had, that I could like, his dream was always to have a 379, you know, fucking straight pipes, all this and that, blah, 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 blah. In Chicago, like the Polish people, like it's not a thing, you know? So like I could only dream of that. And so like I get out.
Literally, I mean, Chicago's like, we're talking Tupperware trucks.
Fucking literally, dude.
So, I mean, if somebody has
Yeah.
a 379 or a W900, like,
Fuck if they had a cat. I mean, back in the day, like 99, 2000, early 2000s, like there's some Polish people that still would be running cats and shit. But and after that, they just fucking went the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrong direction and stuff. And so, yeah, no, obviously I was always obsessed with trucks and stuff. My dad would always drive fast and he was always in the left lane and stuff. And he would race with them bull haulers. They would usually lose. I'm just gonna say that, dude. I'm gonna say that, dude. I have to. He was fucking good at what he did. No, I always looked up to them. They were always, obviously, as we know, biggest, baddest rides on the interstate. I don't know. I was always looking for a challenge or whatever. I did the whole LTL heavy, loading a freaking reefer wagon out to California, 105,000, Florida, back. I mean, I did it all, and I was just looking for the next challenge. And then I worked for J&T Motor Freight, Tracy Reeks, for like 5 years, I think, here in Iowa. Before that, I worked for Mike Jellison. That was kind of like my first, I don't know if you know who that is or whatnot. He's out of like Seymour, Iowa, on Highway 2, over there just south of Ottumwa. That was my kind of first entrance into the outlaw world. It just,
I mean, I think, well, Tracy always has the truck shows.
Yep. So that's,
And I think that's where I think
Yep.
I had maybe a couple guys that pulled for me
David Jans and
and
Jake Arment. Yep.
over at the truck show.
Yep. That's
How
exactly. Yep.
Started.
100%.
And I'm assuming they gave you my phone number.
We got hammered out there, dude, and we were decking Jake's trailer. Me and my other Polish buddy, dude, and we were fucking decking his trailer, and we were hammered, and we got to know one another or whatever, and then I think I called you, and well, then I was supposed to like start like, I don't know. It might have been like June or
And
July.
your dog got sick.
My dog got sick. I spent like 8 G's on my dog, ran out of fuel money. I was so scared to like start over here or whatever, like without no fucking overhead or whatever. And so I had to like go back to work to like, build up some money to go start and, so I have some backup because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Obviously, I didn't know you and I didn't know Jake that well or whatever. Like I met him at a truck
show.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So,
Literally,
and then, yeah. What do you know? Called you and shit, man. I mean,
you would have called like during the summer, truck show time. And then I think we kind of kept in touch. And then you ghosted me for like 3 months. Well, come to find out, his dog got sick. He had spent all his money on his dog. He had none left.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
So he's like, fuck, I kind of got to pull freight and no, I'm going to get paid like the next week. And he's like, I couldn't start a new job with no money.
Yeah,
And
that was literally it. Yeah.
Well, let's go back to the first couple of weeks when Rob pulled tier. When Rob was very, very green, and Smoke sent him
Does
with
he know
me
these
down to
stories?
San Antonio, Texas, and I don't think he does for the stock show.
Oh my God, dude.
So the week that I met Rob was on the road, and Smoke sent us to do.
Yeah,
a
but
little
I'm
fat
always
kettle
really
to
good at like,
Nebraskas.
hey, this guy don't know what he's doing. So
And he
Definitely
said he's
paired us
very,
right.
very green. And that indeed Rob was.
Don't worry, my first load was also with Magner. You're good.
So anyways,
Sounds like a
we
good
did a
start.
lot of fat cattle down to Hereford, Texas, and we unloaded down there, and then Smoke was like, hang out for the day. Well, he texted us loading San Antonio, Texas, which would be 2 days later, going up to Illinois with show pigs. And I'm like, all right, well, this is going to be fun. Rob and I go down there, and Smoke said, make sure Rob loads first. He's never loaded pigs. Like, make sure he knows what he's doing. Okay, perfect. Well, it's supposed to be like 90-some degrees down there, hot, whatever. Well, we get down there and we go to a Cole Swindell concert and end up getting absolutely hammered. And I told Rob, I said, hey, make sure your deck is in, your bedding is spread by 7:30 because that's when the guy was going to come and knock on our doors for us to load. Well, anyways, I wake up at 7:30 to the guy knocking on my bunk, asking me if I was ready to load. And I was like, I only got my deck in. I was like, the guy behind me is loading. He's like, well, he's not even ready. And I'm like, oh boy, this is not good.
You should mention what time we got back to the trucks from the concert.
It was probably like 3 a.m.
No, it was 5:30, dude.
It was late.
Fucking,
It was way late. We shut the whole stock show down. I know that for sure. So anyways, I'm like, all right, Rob, follow me over there. I'll spread my bedding and then I'll start helping him. And I was like, you're just going to have to do what you got to do. So I go over there. I spread my bedding and I'm like, all right, just start throwing your nose deck in and start spreading your bedding for the pigs, So I spread all my bedding. I throw Rob's whole third deck in, spread the bedding underneath the deck, on top of the deck, on the tail. And I'm like, what's this guy doing? I look at his bottom nose. He's down there on his hands and knees, putting the bedding in each corner. And I'm like, Rob, you can't do that. Like, they don't need a Tempur-Pedic mattress. Not everything has to be perfect, I was like, let's go. Finally, we get the bedding spread. And I'm like, oh boy. Well, so no complaints there. I mean, he was listening, spreading the bedding.
He was doing what he was told.
So anyways, I start loading and he's watching me and I tell this guy, I'm like, hey, he's new. Try not to get frustrated with him if you don't know what he's doing. Like, this was not supposed to go like this, I promise. And whatever, I get loaded, I water him for a half hour and I tell Rob after you get loaded, water him for a half hour to an hour, soak them all down and then put them in the wind. That's all I told him. Well, Rob FaceTimes me and he's going through Austin, Texas, residential. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, there's a backup on the interstate. The pigs are squealing. All of them are going to be dead. Smoke's going to fire me and all this stuff. And I'm like, no,
you said
no,
keep them in
no
the
way.
wind, right?
Which, I mean, I did say keep him in the
You
wind.
did.
So he's not wrong there. And I'm like,
Listen
get
to-
back to the interstate right now. Like, we don't need that. I'm like, they'll survive. Like 10 minutes ain't going to do nothing, So, I mean, I will give him, keep him in the wind. He definitely kept him in the wind.
So some backstory. That's like my fourth load pulling a livestock trailer.
First load of pig.
Right. So the backstory is my first load, I loaded out of Rockford, Illinois, going to Souderton. And then we loaded feeders out in
Virginia.
Galax, right? And so I think it was Nathan Sambodi, showed up and he parked next to me. I look in his trailer and I saw the bedding because he just loaded whatever he was hauling.
He came from swag.
I saw all the bedding for the first time in my life, and everything was spread out nice and even. So I figured the first load of pigs I get, I got to make it nice for them. You know what I mean? But they did it themselves. So that is kind of why I was on my knees I was trying to do it right. That's all I was trying to do.
Man, I was just thinking, what's taking this guy so long spreading his bedding? Like, it shouldn't be that much. I have the deck in, bedding spread and everything, and I'm on the tail. And yeah, I just look in there. I'll never forget it. He was on his hands and he just put it in every corner. And I'm like, oh,
He's
no.
just
Rob.
like, Rob, no. He rips open a bag, just dumps it in one spot. He's like, they'll do that. I'm like, oh, okay. Shit.
Rob, no.
Oh,
So you've come a long ways.
I guess. I don't know. You tell
And
me.
I don't even think he had any dead when we unloaded in Illinois. After his whole Austin, Texas deal, how he thought every one of them was going to be dead because they were squealing or whatever when he'd get to a stop sign or whatever.
I can't remember if that was the first time or the second time because then I did it a second time, like out of Houston or something.
Yeah, I was I was down
think
there in
one of the
Houston.
first. So when I showed up over there, the plant was closed, or something went wrong, and then I had to go out to like Mount Carroll or something.
On the first time, you had to unload it somewhere else because the plant took too many or whatever, and they rescheduled and go somewhere else.
You did go to Houston after that.
Yeah,
I think I would load it down there with you because
second or third time.
The guy I was down there with, I remember we bounced down there. I think we were supposed to sit there for a day.
There was no concerts going on down there when you guys were
Fuck
down
no, there wasn't, dude. I remember the AC didn't work in the old 579. It was terrible. So like the whole day that we sat down there, I'm sitting in this guy's truck. I think he's from over by Ames. And he had AC. And they were like, yeah, you guys got to sit an extra day. And he's like, you guys going to pay me? And he's like, fuck no. And he's like, well, fuck you. I'll bounce 1,000 miles home. I was like, well, I'm not bouncing home, dude. That fucker left me down there. He showed me DoorDash. You know what the dumb part about DoorDash is? I'm not kidding you. You can order fucking alcohol, but you cannot order cigarettes.
Oh.
Fucking pissed me off. Yeah, I ran out of cigarettes down there, but fuck, I had booze though.
Yeah, that. So them shows, you never know how many trucks are going to load because you never know exactly how many. It don't matter if it's cattle, pigs, sheep, goats.
Yep.
You never know exactly how many animals are going to show that day.
Mm-hmm.
So they might order 4 trucks to load, but they might only get through 3 truckloads of animals are going to show. But I mean, if you're supposed to load on Monday and you don't get loaded, you're the first truck for Tuesday. And I mean, typically people understand that and they're okay. They're like,
which, I mean, normally at
he
an
was
event like that,
pissed.
Yeah, they're like,
hit me all week. I don't care. I'll find something.
He wasn't having it.
yeah,
I
it's like,
remember.
okay, well, we'll go eat fucking funnel cakes and drink tall beers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really not a big deal.
We'll find some, Doc.
Oh, he was fucking. He's like, are they gonna pay me for my time?
Yeah.
Well, no. And he's like, fuck you, I'm leaving. I was like, dude, that's 1,000 miles home.
The next morning, I remember the story. They call and they're like, it's like 7:30 in the morning. And they're like, hey, we're ready for your truck. He's like, okay, I'll get a hold of him. Tell him to hit shoot. We can't find him. Like, I'll call him. Dispatch calls the driver and he's like, I told you I was fucking leaving. It's like, literally, you only had to wait 12 more hours. And he was gone.
He literally
drove
fucking
home.
left. Took the AC
And
truck
that's
home.
just
and
how
everything. I
some
was
drivers are.
The AC truck.
Yeah, mine wasn't working, dude. I was sitting in his truck, fucking smoking cigarettes with him the whole fucking day before, and he's like, fucking, they ain't gonna pay me. I'm out of here. I'm like, I guess I'll just sit in the fucking heat, dude.
Kind of like us in Western Nebraska.
No, that was fucking worse, dude. That was fucking worse than that.
My
I'd rather sit in the
thermostats
heat.
went out, and I had to sit in Coy's truck. They went out in the
came out
middle
of
of the
Virginia.
night, and it was so cold when I woke up in that truck. I was just like trying to stay underneath my blanket and get warm.
We came out of Galax, didn't we?
Yeah, we
The
did.
Imperial?
Yep.
I remember it was like 40 degrees we parked. And I was like, gonna get a hell of a fucking nap, Shut the truck off. I'm sleeping back there. I wake up at like 3:30 in the morning. I couldn't feel my fucking arms.
It's
It was-
0.
It was
It's
it
zero.
was fucking probably negative. And I'm like, holy shit, Start the truck up and he's up. And he's like calling me, he's like, dude, the fucking heat ain't working in this thing. And I'm
My
like, this fucking
thermostat's
thing's
went out.
warming up finally, We're in the bunk trying to get my bunk bed down, and the fucking latch is broken. Get it? I'm like, I'm not sleeping in the same bed, dude.
I ended up just
We're gonna
sleeping
put
in
the
seat.
top bunk down.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you what, though, that was cold when I woke up.
Dude, those are the best stories.
And you don't
Them
know
are.
whether to keep your body heat like just contained like underneath a blanket. You're like, I think if I wrap it a little bit tighter, I'll be able to stay warmer for another 10 minutes.
I think everybody forgets they have S-bar heaters in their trucks.
That one did not have an S-bar heater in it. If it did not work.
I know the one I drive now, it always says error, but you click it like 2 or 3 times and fuck, she starts working.
Does it?
Oh yeah, it works good in there now, but
Yeah.
the old one worked good too, I guess. But
It's crazy
Yeah, I
how the
never-
weather can affect how much you like trucking.
that ain't no shit.
When it's too hot, you want AC. When it's too cold, you want heat.
Mine's
Me, I'm
finally
over
just-
here. I'm just looking for a good time.
I think the blend door finally kicked loose. The only time I got any heat is when it's on I think it's the defrost in the feet. And she cranks out, but other than that, there's nothing.
Wild story, Cauy. I don't know. I drive that 567. It's like I'll have the fan all the way up, and it's just like it feels like it's just barely.
Yeah, that's what mine was too. And then I don't know, where'd you send me earlier in the week? I think we went to Skyler and then
As Coy's asking the guy that just dispatched probably 15 trucks, where'd you send me at beginning of the week?
I don't remember what I did after Skyler. Oh, it was Arc City. I hit a bump and I watched the temp gauge drop because the heat started working. I was like, holy shit, this hasn't worked in like months.
You remember your first time hauling livestock?
I actually do.
You do. Okay, let's hear it.
So there was a local guy that worked here, Corey Stapleton would be his name. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if it'd be better to have a Rob story or my story, because I know Justin called Smoke. So I worked for Justin Hoffman just down the road. And he called Smoke and asking for more work or whatever, because I hated doing that 8 to 5 stuff. That was just annoying.
Just wanted a truck.
And he's like, well, I
Did you
could probably.
know you wanted a truck, or did you just knew you didn't want to do?
I knew I
85?
wanted a truck, and that was probably the only thing that I'd be able to do, honestly.
Okay, all right.
And Justin's like, well, I got one phone call left, and it happened to be to Smoke. And he's like, would you want to haul livestock? I'm like, honestly, I don't care, whatever would keep me busy at this point. And Justin calls me back, and he's like, yep, would you want to haul fat cattle Monday morning? And I'm like, oh, God, okay. That's quite the jump. But yeah, and then came out here, Smoke ran me through the trailer on a Sunday night. And then that Monday, I loaded with Corey Stapleton down in Southern Iowa going to Omaha. Well, we get loaded, and there's a snowstorm that happened to be on our route or whatever. But yeah, I mean, took Highway 92 all the way across to Omaha, then went to Greater O, and then that was my first load. And from there on out, it's just been
giving her.
giving her.
Yep.
Now you're the donkey that breaks the new calves.
The Robs.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was a long 3 years till you turned 21, though.
Oh man, I was counting down the days, which I don't know why. I feel like Smoke knows why he was counting down the days.
Why?
So you had another guy to run over the road.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Because you'd ask me, you'd be like, how long till you turn 21? I had it down to the days. It felt like a long time.
What was your first load?
Mine?
Yeah.
I was the trainer.
See?
I remember we went to fucking Mallard. I don't remember whose place it was. I remember he had the blue truck then. I was in the Kenworth. And he's like, yeah, you'll load first. I'm like, okay. Pulling in this tight fucking driveway. And the guy's like, yeah, you're going to have to blindside it around the grain bit. I'm like, all right, I already fucking started hating this shit.
Because
This
Corey
is
went in
weird.
the wrong driveway.
No, you told me the right driveway.
No, it was the wrong driveway on the other side of the. You're supposed to enter in on the other side of the barn.
Oh, yeah.
So I can remember. So all of a sudden, Coy's helping haul a few fat cattle, this and that. All of a sudden, I called Magner and I go, you think Cauy would go to Fort Morgan? He goes, oh, I think he would if you ask him.
Just tell him to.
Yeah.
That we had to keep it a secret from Justin, though. Remember that?
like, hey, Cauy, we're going to send you to Fort Morgan. Oh, okay. Okay. And then you're on your way out there. I was like, hey, when you get dumped, get washed out, throw that deck in. We're going to send you after a load of sheep.
Load of sheep.
I remember.
Yep.
I remember. I was telling
I remember
Justin.
Then Justin called. He goes, hey, do you know he's just got a county plate on that truck?
I was to say, I called him and I was like, no big deal. I don't give a shit, but like, we're kind of fucking out here. And he's like, where are you at now? I'm like, Fort Morgan, Colorado. He's like, well, hopefully he brings you back like Easter. maybe north, just hopefully not south. I'm like, yeah, okay. Get the text. Yeah, head to Pueblo. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't even know where that is, dude. Fucking 3 hours south and west. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And then I remember FaceTiming you. I was like, dude, I have no fucking
I don't know
idea
how
how
to
to
put
do
the
this.
deck in.
And he's like, how many panels you have? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, fuck, take them all out. And I'm like, oh boy. That was a fucking ordeal too. I remember I didn't know there was like a little latch for your ramp, you know?
Oh.
Them
Yep.
fucking sheep had that thing out. And I'm like, I'm not opening the door. They're going to jump out and I'm going to be chasing sheep all fucking night. So I was like, you guys are going to have to figure it out, which they all rode good, I guess, after they got the ramp out.
Yeah.
But that was a fucking ordeal.
I gotta tell my Magner first time story. So like I met Magner in Holstein, Iowa
To go to Omaha.
to go to Omaha. So I remember I have a video of it. You pulling in with that blue thing or whatever. I'm fucking rolling in. We load, dude. I remember you load the first. You get a button down, fucking. You full fucking bull hauler, dude. Full bull hauler, dude. I'm like, just like, I was like, oh shit, dude. I saw this guy. I'm like, dude, fucking full on mustache. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I'm loading with a fucking bandit, dude. Like, dude, this is the real deal, dude. This is like 45, dude. All up in energy, dude. He's ready to go. Later on, I find out, I think we went down to Grand Island. We're having a couple of beers or whatever. The guy's like, yeah, I'm 23. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, no, dude. I'm pretty sure I asked you for ID several times, dude. Like, I had them people scan it at the bar or whatever, dude. Like, couldn't believe it, man. Yeah. Yeah, smoke definitely ages a man.
I've
I said it when he's gone. That's not
Yeah.
fair, dude. Fuck.
only pulled out a few gray hairs so far. Do
Oh,
you remember the Ankeny days, dude? When I used to ride with you? That was when I was working for a farmer.
You just rode along for fun?
Oh, hey, hey, we're going to Skyler. You want to ride with me? I'm kind of tired. I'm like, fuck. I'll
Well,
go
he
with
convinced me to go out drinking in Ankeny.
Oh,
Okay.
All night.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, all right, as long as you ride with me tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
man.
best.
I remember, I think it was like Friday night and you had to go to Skyler. I worked all fucking day. Didn't take a lunch break, nothing. Didn't eat or drink anything all fucking day. He's like, yeah, meet me in Dennis and we'll go to Skyler. I'm like, okay. So I'd fucking haul ass down there, get in with him. And I'm like, dude, can we stop somewhere? He's like, yeah.
And this
maybe,
is like
maybe
winter time,
later.
so it got dark at like 5.
Oh, yeah.
And we're
He's like,
headed
yeah,
out there.
maybe later after we get unloaded. I'm like, okay. We get unloaded. We're fucking just hauling ass back. And I'm like, we ever going to stop? He's like, I got some of these pretzel bites. I'll give you.
He was hungry.
And I was dying.
And
It was like fucking 8 o'clock at night, you know? And I'm like, okay.
I got
He
peanut
hands me
butter
one.
filled pretzel bites. That's what I told him they were.
He hands me one. I eat it. And I'm like, what in the fuck is this thing, dude? And he's like, fuck, you want another one? I'm like, fuck, sure, I guess. He hands the second one to me. I put it in my mouth and he just starts fucking, he was like crying. His laughs hard. I spit it. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Fucking milk bone dog
Dog
treat.
treat.
So I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
he never ends with this guy. That's
No, that's what you can never know. Like the
Never
first time I went to Pine Ridge, I remember I was on the phone with you and you were like, yeah, just grab your hot shot and go back there. I'm like, my mom's a fucking federal meat inspector. I'm not dumb, dude. He's like, I ain't fuck with you. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. Walk back to the trailer with my paddle and Bob, that old dude that works down there, he's like, the fuck you doing? I'm like, gonna unload pigs? Like, you have a buzzer? I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, what the fuck ain't you gonna use it? I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. I think you should. It's just the fuck around, dude.
brother.
Okay. Did any of you grow up around livestock?
Mm-mm.
I did.
You did.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I really want to say I did. I mean, a little bit.
You'd at least seen cows. Were there cows in Chicago?
I mean, not
Too late.
not these kind of cows, but no, you know what? So I was just in Europe or whatever. So I got family over there, and I was talking to my aunt, and apparently, so we would spend like the summer at like this farm in Poland, and like the neighbor would have dairy cows, and we apparently, me and my sister, were fucking obsessed with them things. Like to a point where like when the farmer next door came to like take them to a next pasture or whatever, we would not leave them. Like we would have to walk the cows to the next pasture or whatever. So I don't know if that like there's something in my genes or whatever, but definitely, I don't know. I haven't been around cows, but like, I don't know. I guess I've been obsessed with them for subconsciously, I guess in some way, shape or form. I don't know. I was shocked to even find that out when my aunt was telling me. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Last question. Is life more about purpose or balance?
Oof. I'd probably say about balance, honestly.
I think you just gotta balance the purpose, you know?
Fuck, you took my words out of me, bro. You literally took the words out of my mouth, bro. That's not fair.
So that'd be saying what I said. I mean, it's
Kinda.
pretty much about balance.
We gotta balance the purpose.
Well, yeah, but if you balance the purpose, that'd just lead towards balance.
Well, you can't purpose the balance, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't balance the purpose.
You got to.
Not really.
How do you figure?
I feel like shit either
As he
got
looks
really
out the window.
deep or really shallow there. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're
Don't.
mutually exclusive, though. I think it's about purpose and balance. I will say one thing, though. Like, if somebody's, like, depressed or sad, working hard and having something to do and not doing nothing is a big part of it. Like, have
Having
something
some
to do.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And
you
it's
got to
good.
work hard. It makes the good things worth a lot more and, the bad things worth a lot less.
But I will say, out of running the lower 47, just because we ain't never been to Maine.
I've never been to Maine.
If anybody has a load out of Maine, hit up J&T Express.
Right.
There's a guy willing and ready.
I would like to.
There's the purpose and the balance come in.
Are we gonna
Better
team
make
drive?
that 2 loads.
I mean, like Rob, though, you came here and then you decided to move to Florida.
That's where my sister lived. That's all the only family
Yeah.
I had left there. So that's why I moved there.
And then all of a sudden one day he called, he's like, man, this ain't working. It's like, no.
I fucking hate
man.
driving to Florida, dude. It fucking sucks, dude.
And
So.
he ended up moving to Glidden right by Carroll. And I mean, I love it.
I fucking love it even more, dude. It's so convenient, dude. There's no way we'd be having a 6-pack of Bush and, doing this thing today.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
podcast?
I just, whatever this, I mean, just, I
mean,
love
but,
it.
I mean, you come to me a couple months ago. You're like, it's just the best thing I've done. Like, I can get home, decompress. Like, when I'm home, I'm home.
And I
Right.
told you to
right.
hit up Smoke and ask him if he had any rental houses available.
Yep. You're the man.
Well, we didn't at the time.
Yeah. I don't even know how that all happened.
Well,
that was all just like,
Yeah, we didn't. And
Crazy.
then we had a renter move out. And I was like, hey.
it was like within a week.
It was.
I was like, hey, man, like, I don't know. I kind of like want to move to Iowa. Out of nowhere, you're like, hey, we got this place open up like 4 days later. I'm like, fuck, looks good to me, dude. Let's go. And that was pretty much it. Like, there's nothing more to it.
You went and bought a bunch of furniture and
Then he hit up me to help me.
Yeah, literally. This is my moving, man. By
You had to help move him
You
in.
loaded all your shit in your livestock.
I remember that because we loaded
Oh,
at
fuck,
Tracy's.
That's right.
We
Yup.
loaded at Tracy's.
We
We found that
up
fucking.
that motherfucker and drove it from Chicago over here. And fucking Mags, you're the man. You helped me out. And
Do you remember
Oh.
when we were at Tracy's and you found what did you find in your trailer when we were loading at Tracy's? You found something up in your doghouse. You're like, what?
where you? It's like a level.
Oh,
and
straight
it's
edge?
Straight
A
edge.
90?
There you go.
Yeah.
he found
I'm
a
pretty
straight
sure that
edge.
thing is still in my fucking trailer, by the way.
I was so confused when you pulled that out.
Dude,
Like,
so
what
was
the
I. I was
fuck?
like, I don't even do construction, bro.
You were like, yeah, I fucking.
Bro.
You were like, yeah, I just moved all my shit. And I'm like, what the
Fucking
fuck
man.
are you doing, dude?
Yeah. Yeah. What a deal. Coolest thing I've ever done. Well, this is the first thing that I did for me is move to Iowa. And I've worked out of Iowa. I love the people. And I'm so thankful and I'm so lucky to have met Jake at the truck show and to have gotten here and met the people that I have. You guys are great, honestly. Like, legit. I love you guys. You guys are, I don't know. I could depend on you, and I feel like, I hope that you
He's
guys
trying
can
to get
depend
better
on me.
loads.
So, no, I don't
He's
give a
just
fuck
buttering
about the
up.
loads, dude. You can give me fucking, I can be whole hogs all day long, dude. I don't care, dude. You guys are awesome, all of you. Like, Cauy, I mean, I forget your name. I'm just
Shows where I
Jake.
rank on the list.
No, you guys are
I
great.
remember
And
that.
I'm so happy to be here, and thank you guys for having me and accepting me, I guess. I know it's been tough.
Who said
fucking
accept
accept
you?
Yeah, we're not quite sure on
Yeah, you're not quite sure. I haven't passed the test yet. I have faith.
Most importantly, we got to thank
Fucking
Allie
Allie.
What are
Yeah.
you thanking me for?
for having us on the podcast.
Oh,
Honestly.
thanks for being here.
Yep. Find out, I guess. When we'll see how much shit it is edited out.
Thanks for waking me up.
Oh,
Do you
God.
guys know how many times I've had to let myself into Magner's house? I don't take my shoes off, by the
we've
way.
heard. He's proud of it, too.
Which,
know
I
what's
mean,
weird?
that's an exception.
It's always when I'm on my way to a meeting or have somewhere to be. Always when I have somewhere to be.
You know what's weird about waking him up? It's like it kind of takes a little bit.
It takes a
But
lot.
when that fucker catches, it's like 0 to 100. He's like, let's fucking go. And I'm like, Jesus, dude.
See, and
Fuck, I ain't even
honestly-
ready now.
Honestly, like, I think I don't hear like an alarm
You don't hear shit.
because, like,
You're
but when
dead.
I'm
I'm worried that you're dead because there is
Has he ever
no
talked-
movement, no sense of life.
Has he ever
honestly,
talked
if
to
I'm
you in
late,
his sleep?
I wish I'd rather be dead.
Dude, he fell asleep on the phone.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was just the other night, dude. Has he ever
Oh my
talked to you
God.
in his sleep?
I don't think so.
When I lived in
Did you know
Arcadia,
that? You fell asleep on the phone with us yesterday? Dude, we're
Yeah,
at the
you
sale
passed-
bar. We're just
yeah,
like
we were in
talking
Beaver.
shit. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just
I'm like,
fucking
bro,
sawing
what the
logs.
fuck, dude?
When
I'm done with this podcast.
when I lived in Arcadia, we got all
You
fucked
guys
up
ain't
at
gotta
the bar,
bully me.
and he was like, "Hey, what time you got to leave?" I'm like, "I don't know, like 5:30." He's like, "Make sure I'm up." I'm like, "All right." So he was sleeping on my couch. I seen him, like, "Ah, fuck, I'll go take a shower and wake him up." I'm not kidding you. He fucking looked at me dead in the eyes, and he goes, "You know, Cauy, it don't fucking hurt to smile once in a while." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like shaking his head. He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't fucking know."
talking
I was like, "I'm out of here, dude. I don't know." At least
That's
you're up.
literally him, dude.
I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?"
He told me that story. I go, wait a second. He's been this way his whole life.
Oh, the first night I ever.
Yeah.
Remember when we were like 17, 18, you had a party at your house? He's like, "Yeah, dude, you don't got to drive all the way back to Boyer. You can just sleep with my futon." I'm like, "All right." He's like, "Yeah, I'll give you a ride in the morning." This is back when he had a girlfriend, too, keep in mind. So I'm sleeping on the futon. I wake him up like 9 a.m., and he just leans up out of the bed, turns to the fucking wall, and starts mumbling. I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" So I hit up his girlfriend. She's like, "Yeah, I'll come give you a ride to Carroll." So she comes, picks me up. I'm like, "Fuck, last night was so fun, you know? Like, I don't even remember seeing you there." She's like, "Yeah, Jacob told me not even to come." And I'm like, "Well, this just got fucking awkward."
Oh my God.
Eddie right there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marissa, if you're listening.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Rural Dispatch. I hope you found something valuable to take back to your own operation. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend. You can keep up with me between episodes on socials at Barons & Co. or join our email list on our website to get new episodes delivered straight to your inbox every Wednesday. Until next time, keep those wheels turning. We'll talk soon. I want to share something we've recently started using, a new app called Beef Hub. It was built by cattle haulers for cattle haulers, and it's full of the info you actually want and need as a driver. They're constantly updating it with the most current details for the places that we go every day. If you're in this line of work, it's worth checking out. Use my referral code RURAL when you sign up and let us know what you think.